This year's E3 was packed with announcements and attendees lining up to play games. There was also a lot of buzz because of the glaring absence of PlayStation. But I've got to say, this year's event was packed with a stunning variety of booths, games, and technology, not to mention surprises out the wazoo. I learned firsthand face and body about some emerging technology, played some highly anticipated games, and had very important business meetings. Even with my itinerary being as packed as it was, I still somehow managed to find time to work out, dance, and time to recharge. Here we are, it's E3 2019, one of the world's biggest gaming conventions. I am so excited to head in there and see all of the video games and technology. If you guys see this graphic throughout the video, that means I'm coming out with a video specifically on that topic. So subscribe to this channel so you can watch it. I'm gonna go head on in, why don't you join me? E3 is a gaming conference, so I'll start with some games and VR, but I tested out lots of emerging tech, and this video will cover all of my highlights. If you want to just see the booth that blew my mind, skip to Red Pill VR. The first game I'm going to try is Pokemon Sword and Shield. Something just doesn't feel right to me though. How about this? Not that one. There we go. Feeling legendary. Let's go. I'm about to enter this Pokemon Stadium and fight some Pokemon. Let me practice. You gotta stretch, yeah.
Nice.
Just like tennis.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Okay, yes! After my warm welcome, I hopped into the demo, which had me at a water gym, solving a puzzle by turning waterfalls on and off, and fighting Pokemon battles. I faced the gym leader Nessa, and experienced Dynamax mode for the first time. It's a fun mechanic, but nothing groundbreaking. Well, maybe literally. This demo has me ready to walk through some tall grass and avoid eye contact with strangers at all costs. E3 is a gaming conference, but you know what? There is a ton of technology, and I had to cover all of it. And you know what? It was covering all of me. First up was the Unreal Garden, where I put on the Microsoft Hololens and walked through an avatar-like interactive garden. Look at all these people just pointing their fingers around. It looks kind of funny. The garden was full of holographic art pieces, floating jellyfish, and a flying manta. So what exactly is going on over here?
We have a technology to deliver haptic feedback using ultrasound. So you can't see it, but it's basically ultrasound waves hitting the palm of your hand and creating sensation.
Oh, right now I'm experiencing ultrasound waves. I can't say it's something that I've ever experienced before. Is it a boy? The Unreal Garden looked beautiful, but augmented reality is still really limited by the technology. On the HoloLens, you only see the world on a small screen, and the holograms blocked people even if they were technically closer to you. I'm anxious to see how the technology's improved with the HoloLens 2 coming out later this year. Next up, virtual reality. VR took over this year's event with booths like Facebook Gaming and Oculus in attendance. And in case you didn't know, Facebook owns Oculus. I played games across all different VR systems, but I was most impressed with Stormland on the Rift S. Stormland transported me to a dystopian future where I was a robot tracing back memories. I found weapons and upgrades that gave me the ability to fly and climb walls. The level was beautiful, and I can't wait to play more so I can discover even more worlds and fight enemies. Stormland is one of the games that literally sells you on the Rift S. I don't have a Rift S, but I really want one now because that game was unbelievable. Definitely check out Stormland. If there's a demo around you, you have to do it. The game comes out this holiday season, so definitely stay tuned for it. Next, I met up with Philips Hue, my favorite smart lighting brand, to check out its personal wireless lighting system, Hue Sync. Hue Sync is an app that runs on both Mac and Windows PCs and syncs all of your Hue color-capable lights with the content on your computer. It creates an immersive experience when you're playing games, listening to music, or watching videos, and it works with any media you throw up on the screen, even me. Philips Hue has also teamed up with Razer to make the PC gaming experience even more immersive with Razer Chroma. Unlike Hue Sync, which basically takes what's on the screen, Razer Chroma allows video game developers to program lighting effects within their code. I played some Mortal Kombat and was pulled into the game. I'd say this is the closest you're going to get to VR without putting a headset on. It's definitely something that I'm gonna look into for my household, and maybe you should too. Thank you so much. Okay, lastly, I've got to tell you about two booths that blew my mind this year. The first one was Fortnite. There were dance shows, game shows, and tons of food. They've got lots of snacks. Nanobites are f***ing phenomenal. Whoops. Slurpees! And did I mention free gaming consoles?
There's a prize wheel over there where people are winning Xboxes and Switches, as well as socks and hoodies, stuff like that.
I spent a good 3 hours at this booth, and I would have stayed longer if I could have, but nope, I had to edit this video. You're welcome, YouTube. And finally, here is the booth that had me shooketh, Red Pill VR. Imagine if Coachella, The Sims, and virtual reality were all morphed together, and that's what you get. Red Pill VR allowed visitors to enter an interactive electric garden dance club in virtual reality.
We are essentially building the future of social music experiences. We believe that music is one of the most driving things that brings people together. So we've invented a technology that allows for infinite scalability for an artist to be able to reach a larger fan base than just the number of tickets that's torn at a door. We're creating worlds and environments in which artists can perform and connect to their fan base. And we, as consumers of the music, can have these social shared experiences with our friends from different cities all over the world, sharing this experience together.
It was time for me to join the party, so I threw on a headset, a vibration backpack, and entered the club. Inside was a real DJ playing music and a giant-sized dancer. Both were at the booth with me, injected into the game. Hey DJ! The dancer was wearing body trackers to fully encapsulate her movements. Red Pill VR has invented a technology that allows them to take a stereo signal of sound and break it down to its core components and apply the audio to reactive objects in the club. So you may notice that a mushroom is beating to the bass or a flurry in the air is moving to the keyboard. Isaiah says this is just the beginning.
Right now, it's a location-based solution. In other words, what you see here, we will show up and create and do as an immersive event experience. So that's our sort of phase one launch. But ultimately, Red Pill is a platform. You as an artist can come into our platform, build your nightclub or your venue or your space, invite your friends to come hear you play, tear a virtual ticket, or have a subscription, or make it free, or make it sponsored, and share your music with the world.
This segment is barely scratching the surface, so stay tuned for more content on Red Pill VR in the future. There's the Aurora Borealis. There's the Northern Lights. How did this technology make you feel? Is this the beginning of Ready Player One? Tell me what you think in the comments. Also, don't forget people, it's important to dance in real life too. So there you have it. That was E3, and it was unbelievable. The technology and video games that I saw this year has got me so excited for the future. Remember, if you saw this, that means I'm coming out with a video on that topic, so stay tuned for that. How do you do that? By subscribing to my channel right down there. Do it. Also, follow me on social media. It's fun. As always, I'm Justin, and I'll check you later. Oh my God!